Yeah, what's going on, ladies and gents, man? This your favorite loudmouth Big Tree, aka Tree Farms, and this is the Beamen and Tree Show.
Yeah, it's the Beamen and Tree Show, baby. You already know it's your boy Triple Beamen, aka Yo Mama Side Piece, man. Tree, what's going on, baby?
Four. That's what's going on. 444. That's what's going on, baby.
Man, 444. And no slander will be tolerated, Tree.
At all.
We ain't having it.
Not at all. My thing is, those of you who don't know what we're talking about, kill yourself and jump off of a bridge with no water at the bottom. Because Hovey's home, and he just dropped the new album that debuted June 30th. And he just dropped the hard copy album this past Friday in Target, Best Buy, wherever you guys buy music. If you buy music. Beamen, what did this album do to the internet, man?
It broke it, crippled it, whatever you want to call it. He don't even get on Twitter like that, and it broke Twitter. I was on Twitter, and I seen the reactions. Hovey is home, Hov is back, real rap is back, grown man rap is back, big boy rap is back. I mean, my man's Rick Ross and Jeezy and them, they held us over, and you know, a few other good albums was coming out, but Hov came back to remind us, bruh. Hall of Fame Hov.
Hall of Fame Hov is forever his name, man. Dude, you know, for those of you who don't know, we said in the last show that Jay-Z was inducted into the Writers Hall of Fame. And as he alluded to in the new album, you know, he don't even write. He don't use the pen. And this dude was elected into the Writers Hall of Fame, man. So at the end of the day, you know, me and Beam are going to break down this Jay-Z album. We know y'all seen all the postings on the internet. What I've been doing, Beamen, I said, yo, this album took me back to when I was like 19 at the stoplight, when you could roll your window down and the next man was playing the Blueprint album, and the next car over was back there playing Hard Knock Life, or you know, just something off the Black Album from that era where we remember Hov. But all of his fans, you know, they've been giving good reviews as far as, you know, oh man, Jay-Z's back, Hovey's home. I even had one homie brought out the nickname Jigga. I said, man, you gotta be a certain fan to call Jay-Z Jigga.
The Jigga man.
The Jigga man, yo. Man. When the last time have we felt like we got Jigga on this album?
Bro, yeah, we definitely got Jigga, bro. I'm talking about talking that big boy shit that we all needed, man. If you just listen, you know, he gave us a line and said, bro, I'm giving you $1 million worth of game for $9.99.
And, you know, speaking of those lines, Beam, you know, I know that probably went over a lot of people. He's like, damn, I'm giving you $1 million worth of game for $9.99. How's he giving us $1 million worth? Meaning, people, he's giving you $1 million worth of information.
Exactly. He's giving you the blueprint, pun intended. He's giving you the blueprint on how to reach that billionaire status. He alludes to plenty of times on the album. He trying to put $1 billion on the board. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, he did everything except for be shy on this album. You know, Story of OJ alone, we're gonna start off with that track. That song alone killed, broke, just dismantled the internet, man. The story of the video, the
story of OJ, man. That, man, if anything was for the culture, Tree, if anything for the culture this year, in the past couple years, bro, Story of OJ.
I never heard a song that just made so much sense and was right on time with everything that's happening with, you know, the bourgeois Negro, the Negro that's in poverty, the Negro that has something to say about everyone else's business that ain't handling theirs. Like, it hits home in every category, even if you are a rich Negro.
He definitely had some panties in the bunch when he said the line about putting the money to your ear. We don't call that money over here. It's a disconnect.
Yeah,
man, he had a lot of these rap dudes and they feelings over that, man. But really, he was just getting at everybody in general. Him and Nas been on the same wave. Nas had a line on the DJ Khaled album when he was like, "You still putting that money to your ear? Don't you know you get robbed, boy?" So they just on like, bro, why you flashing, bro? They don't make you rich.
My thing is, none of these dudes, like Jay-Z in particular, he said no one name on this album. He did not call anyone out when he said that putting that money to your ear line. But then You know, Bootsy comes and says what he says. Black Youngster, he comes with a phone book full of money and start throwing money in the shower. And Future put a wad of money to his ear on Instagram and said, "You ain't got no juice over here." Pound side move. But he did kind of call Future name out.
Oh man!
When he said, he said, I don't know what I would have done in the future with other niggas playing football with my son.
Oh man, and just to think, they was on one of the biggest records together last year. Now I got the keys.
Yo,
man,
they took the picture together.
Man, Hov ruthless, man. When it come to them bars, man, I don't know what I would have done in the future. Other niggas playing football with your son. And then let me tell you how petty the game is. Like a couple of days later, I see Russell Wilson on Instagram holding baby Future with Michael Jordan.
Go ahead.
With Michael Jordan.
Go ahead, yo.
Hey, all facts, man.
Yo, shout out to my brothers that run the 85 South podcast, Carlos Miller and DC Young Fly and all them fellas. But my boy Carlos Miller, man, he put up a photo beaming. Future going to pick up his son the other weekend, yo. Yo, Carlos Miller posted a picture, said, I guess that Jay-Z line worked.
Oh yeah, I see you there, man.
But yeah, man, a lot of young cats ain't giving the songs and giving the album in general its due. And I said, well, hey, you know, my guy, my rapper, my generation, you know, this is 13th studio album. Every last one of his albums went platinum. I tell people, Jay-Z said, yo, yeah, Beamen over here showing me a picture of Russell Wilson holding Future's son while on the golf course with, yes, people, Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
My boy just stunning.
Wow. How you got Future's son with you at the golf course taking a picture with Michael Jordan?
With Michael Jordan, bro.
After Jay-Z just dropped that album saying other niggas playing footballs,
son, bro.
And this man got your son out there on the golf course with Michael Jordan taking pictures. But you on the internet a day later holding up a wad of money to your ear talking about you ain't got no juice over here.
Man, it got petty, dog. But man, the whole album so serious, man. Like Story of OJ, man. My favorite line off the album still is when he tells, look, don't die over the neighborhood that your mama renting, take your drug money and buy the neighborhood.
That's how you rinse it.
Man, that's just so much game right there. It's some of the sentiments that I've been saying for years now. Like, bro, if you doing dirt, man, at least give back to the community. Sponsor the kids. No kids should go to school hungry. Buy all the property that they trying to come in and gentrify anyway. Come in and buy the property and let a family stay in there and they pay you the rent. And now you got a business going on instead of selling dope all your life.
It's crazy. You use the word gentrification, and me and Beamen was just sitting here looking at some Boys in the Hood clips. I was looking at some John Singleton interviews from earlier today. He was interviewing with Drink Champs, and you know, me and Beamen, we young journalists, young, you know, we just young members of the media who want to be screenwriters, directors, you know, all of that stuff. So we love us some John Singleton, and for all the controversy of, you know, that he's been taking here lately about you know, the Tupac movie and this, that, and the third. You know, I was just taking time out today to just, you know, hear what he had to say about all that backlash. And it also took me to just go look at some Boys in the Hood clips off of YouTube. And he was up there talking about what Jay-Z was talking about. Well, John Singleton had a part in the movie where Lawrence Fishburne, who was playing Furious Styles, it was a scene in there where all y'all probably remember where him, Ricky, and Trey, Cuba Gooding Jr. and Morris Chestnut, they were standing in the hood, and he was breaking down gentrification, breaking down how they let the property value decrease, and white folks would come in and scoop it up, eminent domain it, and scoop it up. And he was just talking about, you know, we ain't bringing no dope in this neighborhood. We don't own no ships. We don't own no ships. We don't own any planes. You know, he said, I know every time you turn on the news, you see the black man dealing crack, selling the crack, doing the crack. He said, but the same reason why it's a liquor store on every neighborhood is the same reason why, you know, the problems that exist in this neighborhood. So gentrification has always been an issue in our neighborhood, and for Jay-Z to touch on subjects like that, I think it's big of him, man. Our last show, what were we talking about? Being Killer Mike talking about how white folks ain't taking property from us. We not buying it. They not stealing Atlanta from us.
Buying it. And Jay-Z, what was so genius about it, he even called himself out. He said, I bought Eric B's car back in the day when I could have just put that money up and bought this building that's in Brooklyn, in Dumbo, for $2 million. We could have put our bread together and bought that. And he said, today that same building is worth $25 million. So, and he was like, guess how I feel, Dumbo.
Yep. So, the Family Feud track.
Man, I love that track.
Beyonce laced the people like, yo, what did he sample? I said, nothing. That's his wife.
Beyonce was back there sounding like, if you ever had an imagination of what an angel looked like, that's what her voice sounded like.
Yeah, man, she was very angelic on that track. It was choir-like, gospel-like. She from Houston, so she got that. Them roots. Yeah, she got it in her, and it was good to hear B in that dynamic. Not to say she make trash music, but it was just good to hear her in that dynamic, man. And
nobody wins when the family feuds.
One of my favorite lines off the album, me and Beamen would be dropping references and lines from the Jay-Z album throughout this segment. But he was saying how was him. I mean, he said Al Sharpton in the mirror taking selfies. How was him and Bill Cosby is supposed to help me? I'm like, wow,
man.
And
he was basically referencing how they are older than Jay-Z, and they could have done things to pull him up or pull the culture up, but they turned their back on the culture somewhat. Bill Cosby is often criticized for not, embracing hip hop back in the day.
Yeah, and that's what Hov said. Matter of fact, he was like, you old niggas never really accepted me. Mm-hmm. You new niggas the reason why I stopped drinking the Sakis.
We broke that down, man. I ain't gonna give them that gem.
Right, yeah.
Y'all gonna have to go study. But basically, man, the Family Feud record is kind of ironic that him and Kanye is going through what they're going through. I know you guys probably heard that Kanye is suing Jay-Z, and they're suing each other for 20 mil or whatever. He throws a couple shots at Kanye, man. I really hope they get that together, because we need another Watch the Throne if we can get one. And but the Family Feud record is super important, man. He's basically saying, man, the older dudes got to pull the younger dudes up and just teach them, because he was like, man, stop acting brand new. Tupac had a nose ring too.
Yep. Yeah. That was and I think we tend to forget that. I was at Food Line the day before yesterday. It was a cat. He had little dreadlocks and a nose ring, and I thought about the Jay-Z verse, man. But
we still gotta embrace him, man.
Yeah,
somehow.
Yeah, we do, man. And at the end of the day, we tend to forget, but Jay-Z, he tends to refresh. Mm-hmm. He said, y'all thought I was washed. Mm-hmm. I was in the laundromat cleaning money.
Yeah.
Hov was killing them all the way around, man. Beamen, one of Beemen's favorite tracks, Smile, Hov was speaking about his mom's sexual orientation.
Oh yeah, man, that was profound to me, because I was thinking, I think beyond the music, just think about the conversations he had to have with his mother when he was thinking about sharing her personal business, and the sit down, and how he had to talk with his mom, who he actually put on the album, and she said some profound words at the end of the record, Smile. But he basically put it all out there, saying how his mom had 4 kids, but she still was a lesbian. And I just think that's amazing, man. The backstories of the music, man. Just to think that he actually had to have that conversation with his mom, and she had to get an okay to it.
Yeah, that was a very big deal, man. Good to see Jay-Z in that light, man. 47-year-old Jay-Z.
Oh yeah, man. He was definitely more vulnerable on this album than ever before.
You can't give me one 27-year-old that can make a better rap album right now than Jay-Z at 47, brother. Like, one thing about I like to say my generation is, when I was 15 years old, that's who was making rap music for me. It was Jay-Z. You know, cats who 15 now, that they don't have one of those.
They don't, man.
You know, so
at least when I was 15, it was the Jeezys, the T.I.s, the 50 Cents, and people of that nature, and still Jay-Z.
Yeah, and still Jay-Z. It was, you know, I'm just glad at the fact that he showing cats that, you know, he ain't lost no stamina in the booth at all. And you know, for him to put a masterpiece together like this, man, you know, 10 tracks, you go buy the album, you get the 3 bonus tracks, but dude gave us 10 tracks, man, a la Illmatic.
And my boy said, they got the fake Dracos up in the videos. If we show them, we shoot them in my city, though.
Yes, sir.
Like, calling them out, man. Like, everybody got the fake guns and props in the videos. He's like, bro, we don't do that, bro. If we showing it, we shooting it. Where I'm from. So, man, it's a bunch of gems. Another one of my favorite one was Legacy. The Legacy track is actually the last track on the if you streaming it off one of these apps, Apple Music or Tidal. It's the last track, Legacy, and it starts off. It has Blue Ivy asking Jay-Z, "What is a will?" And he just goes in and basically saying how you need to keep the money within your family, and how his dad made a bunch of mistakes to set his family back, and how his parents didn't have enough to, you know, build wealth. So that ship started with him. It's definitely a profound track. One of my favorite tracks, has some nice horns. It's a lot of nice instruments on this album, period. He knows sound and who to put on these sounds.
Shouts out to No ID. Can't give you his name because his name is No ID.
Man, No ID. And man, did you hear that J. Cole actually passed on these beats and told him, like, bro, go holler at Hov for these. J. Cole passed on a bunch of these instrumentals, bro.
I want all my fans to go back to me and Beeman's most recent show before this one, and you'll hear the homie Tree say, I think Hov is gonna bring hip hop back with this album. Just based off of the trailer that we were speaking of. Our man, what's my man?
Mahershala Ali.
Right, I was listening to the old podcast today. I was like, listen to Beeman referencing Mahershala Ali. I said he will forever be Cottonmouth.
Forever be Cottonmouth.
But yeah, you know, that trailer that he did, Beeman, the sample that was in it, you know, every story that I ever wrote. I'm like,
that wasn't even on the album.
Right. That was a bonus track.
That's just genius marketing, man. Like I said about the Holy Grail album, it wasn't so much as I love the music, because the music was great to me, but the marketing behind it. He's showing these new dudes, bro, you can market your album in different ways. In the era where people not buying albums, you can still go platinum. And my man's with platinum in 4 days, had Sprint buy up 1 million of them. Then he put it on his streaming service Tidal, where it got streamed to death. You know what I'm saying? And then made Apple pay that big fee so they could get it a week later. And now everybody on the wave.
Sound like Jay-Z charged the industry a good old 360 deal.
Oh, you better know it.
Y'all got all these entities out here hosting music. Let me get a piece of that from every host that wants a part of my album. You gotta pay me.
You better believe it. And then went out, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna give you the 10 tracks if you stream it or buy it off the net. But if you go in the store and cop the hard copy, I'm gonna give you the additional 3 tracks with Blue Ivy flaming it.
Trying to give you $1 million advice for $9.99, man.
He's showing these new rappers how to get rich in this game. He's showing y'all.
And just because Migos had T-Shirt and Bad and Bougie that went double platinum, that's 3 artists that's got to split everything off of just 2 songs. This ain't a. Did Culture go platinum?
I believe. Did we cover that? I think it went gold.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, it ain't like Big Boy said. Big Boy just dropped the album Boomerverse, and he was speaking on the Breakfast Club about how he ain't doing it for the album sales no more. He said, "Man, I'm a diamond artist." He said, "That mean you got to sell 10 million out."
And they own their masters.
Right. I tell people, man, you know, you want to wonder why Jay-Z so rich. The brother own his masters.
He own his masters. And this is the same thing Jay-Z been preaching 10, 15 years. You go back to the American Gangster album, the Kingdom Come album. He's telling these artists, you need to own your masters. even on this album, he's referencing he had a sit down with Prince.
Eye to eye.
He sat down with him, and Prince told Jay-Z his wishes, and they end up his masters and his estate end up in the hands of somebody who's not for the culture.
Right. Another one of my favorite songs off the album is "Caught Their Eyes" featuring Frank Ocean. It's kind of got a reggae sense to it, like the Bam track with Damian Marley. You know, shouts out to Damian Marley, a legend in his own. You know, rap been going on forever. I don't see none of y'all rappers appealing to Damian Marley that would want him to get on one of y'all tracks. But who brings them out? Hovey. Hovey's home, Beamen. Hovey's home, ladies and gentlemen. Hovey's home. You know, but I have no negative sentiments to bring towards 444.
No skip album, man.
No
that
skip.
Mean you put it in and kill Jay-Z and let it ride on out.
Kill Jay-Z, Smile, Family Feud, Bam, Marcy Me, man.
Oh, man.
God Almighty.
And had the Dream serenaded at the end.
How about Moonlight, where he got he sampled the Fuji La La La.
Yeah, he sampled the La 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 by the Fugees. DJ Khaled actually did it on a track with Nas called Nas Album Done, and then Jay-Z came back and sampled the Fuji La track, and he even has a line in there where he says, "Y'all still signing deals for real after what they did to our Lauryn Hill." Like, man, just dropping so many gems, yo.
Caught Their Eyes, he said, what did he say? He said something about y'all still taking them advances, huh?
Me and my niggas taking real chances,
huh? Yeah. Yo, we can sit here and do whole references all night. Wait, what is that? I'm gonna say it again, Beamen. Y'all still out here taking advances, huh?
Me and my niggas taking real chances, man. Like, for real, man. Like, that's why I respect anybody out here doing the independent grind. Like, basically what Ho's saying, bro, go out, like, stop letting these people own your craft. This all we got. Well, all we got is the music, man. And he said a line where he was like, "Oh, all you got is real estate." Think about it back in the day, the Motown days, if the Temptations owned their music, and Michael Jackson and all them owned all their music, man.
Tupac.
Man, imagine if they owned their music, man. It would be hip-hop billionaires. And he said a line where he was like, "Oh, they go back and with your masters and go to Beverly Hills or something. They don't give a damn." Like your guy who had the album, the last 36 Chambers album, I believe, white guy, Shirelli or something. He had the Ghostface album or something a couple years back, and it was like the last one, the last physical vinyl copy, and he had that. And he didn't care nothing about the culture. He just wanted it because it was a collector's item and it was rare.
That's what I'm saying, man. But like I said, the generation nowadays, they grew up off of Soulja Boy and Snap music and the White Tee era. Like, I think that's who Lil Yachty and Uzi Vert said that's who influenced them was Soulja Boy. So,
man, I'm gonna tell you something funny, man. I was riding in the car with my nephew today, man. He was in the passenger seat, and I was just getting my little 30 minutes of radio in, and they played some Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. And look, I looked over to my nephew and was like, "You don't even know nothing about this. This before your time." Lil Jon and the East Side Boys.
Yeah, it feel good to say that sometimes, man. Yeah, my senior year in high school, Lil Jon, this one Get Low first drop. And I went to the club Dynasty back in the 252 in Greenville. Shouts out to the 252, man. And the 252 listeners out there, when we used to go to the Dynasty, the old heads remember the Dynasty when it was called the Texas Two-Step. But when I was up in there, it was called the Dynasty, the DY Nasty. And I remember seeing Lil Jon in the East Side. Lil Bo, Big Sam came in there, man. It was like some college chicks in there from ECU that was there, man. Like I said, I was a senior in high school, and it was the first time I had been in the atmosphere of 19 and 20-year-old women twerking, shaking that booty, as we were saying, backing that ass up, backing that thing up, make it drop. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Jay-Z, he, you know, we was talking Lil Jon and nostalgia. You know, Hov definitely bought the nostalgia feeling, man.
Go on and on, man.
Yeah, we will.
Just the references, the little witty verses. Do we think he talking about this person and this person? But
5 mics Beamen.
Woo!
Too early.
I think it's too early to determine.
But definitely a classic album.
Definitely an instant classic.
This is what I said, Beamen. If Jay-Z gives us this album alone slides him in the top 5 actively. The active top 5 right now. I don't care who making music.
Of course.
But this music right here slides Jay-Z back in the active top 5.
Album of the year, Tree? Is it album of the year?
It's something damn near gonna have to come in like fucking.
Cause I ain't gonna lie. I had Rick Ross up there. I like Wale album. Kendrick album is cool.
For Your Eyes Only.
But that was last year.
Oh, that was 2016.
Yeah, that was the end of last year.
And oh yeah, he did drop that like in December.
Yeah. So is it album of the year already?
So far, man, hands down. I mean, we did Complex's top 5 albums, and they left, right. So we'll probably bring that to you another show later on.
Man, I'm gonna have to.
Jay-Z album right now is the album of the year, bro. I mean, we at the halfway point. He dropped it at.
Man, he's so and it's
we 6 months into the year. Who else will make a better album than that 6 months from now?
And drop that. Have this much influence on the game.
Yep.
The marketing behind the album was strategic, innovative, and the gems in the music.
Yeah.
The $1 million worth of game for $9.99.
Nobody is gonna drop music this year that's gonna make rappers go to the internet and start putting wads of money to their ear. That's my thing. I'm like, yo, Ho said there's a disconnect. We don't call that money over here. And dudes came out and like I always say, a hit dog will holler. And he didn't call Boosie out by name. He didn't call Black Youngster out by name. But these dudes felt the need to go on the internet and say, Ho, like, what are you saying? We still, where we from, we show our money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Man, where he really, well, I'm going to tell you how ironic it was. So the weekend it came out, a couple weekends ago, I was in Charlotte helping celebrate someone's birthday. And I also had to go to a funeral, one of my homies. But Hov dropped the album out on Tidal, so I'm rocking to it. And you know what's more important than throwing money in the strip club? Credit. When he dropped that line, and then I went to the strip club the day after, I was like, man, damn. I had to put it on Snapchat like, man, Hov just told me to get my shit together.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I remember my boy Danny, who make our shirts. Shouts out to Grade A Graphics. Danny put up a video on Instagram. He was like showing Black Youngster throw all that money in the shower, and he put pound sign. Jigga ain't gonna like that. But yeah, man, he's definitely holding people to a standard whether if you with it or against it, he got your attention.
Oh yeah.
You know, Kendrick album, damn, it drew some high reviews as far as the traffic that it caused on the internet, but I'm definitely feeling like Jay-Z got the best album out so far. This almost like trying to come out and perform after Michael Jackson at the Grammys or something. So good luck to the rest of you rappers out here who's supposed to be dropping.
Hov will be going on tour.
Yeah, he'll be here in
October.
He'll be in Charlotte November the 16th.
Oh yeah.
So
he coming through. He ain't skipping Carolina this time.
Oh, he never does. He came through 2009 with Jeezy, and it's the first time I ever saw J. Cole.
Man, was that the Washington? No, that wasn't.
No, it was 2009 when he dropped Blueprint 3. Yeah, he had just dropped Blueprint 3.
I've never seen Jay-Z in person.
Saw him twice.
I would love to.
Well, I actually saw him 3 times. He came to A&T when Obama was running for election. The first time. Okay, he came out there.
That was before me.
Yeah, he came out there and spoke to the students and gave us an Aggie pride. You know. Yeah, I mean that dude said. I think that dude said something about on Blueprint 3 about I got Obama on the text or something, yo.
Oh, yeah. We got Obama on the text. That's real.
Yeah, man. But nonetheless, we're going to close this segment out, man. We hope you guys, heard that Jay-Z album, and me and Beamen get ready to segue into the next topic. We're going to get on this power.
Oh, yeah. Definitely, man. Get on that power, man. Hey, man. Free ghosts. Free ghosts.
That's all we're going to say, man. Enjoy these dope tunes, and we'll be right back.
Hey, man, always remember in life, man. Nobody could tell you about your life if they was never in your life. Your story is your story, and the only thing that a person can ask you to do is tell it. But if you choose not to tell it, nobody can ever tell you what you've been through except for you and God. Always remember that, so if you wanna know something, look, I could teach you about my life. Doing wrong felt right, the right always felt wrong. That's the reason why I grind. We started out punching these clocks. We caught a case, then punched that block. Was supposed to try for some months, but for some reason we can't stop. I won't forget that morning when I about got evicted. I went whipless, then I seen they true colors. I can't forgive them except one, I know shit ride for me. And if it came down to it, do the time for me. Now let me tell you about my bros. I got a stamp on they some real niggas. If I get locked and got a bond, I know they gon' get me. I call they mama's mama, they showed me how to get it. I vow to always ride with them, I'ma die with them. Nobody knows what we been through, we don't spread our business. But if we speak it, we mean it, and trust we got a witness. And if we stamping you, homie, then you should feel privileged. Nobody knows me, so listen close. Let me tell you about my life, all my life, man, I had to fight. Let me tell you about my life, though. Doing wrong always felt so right. Let me tell you about my life, though. I ain't never had to trap, and now I got a train for flipping packs. Let me tell you about my life, though. All my life, man, I had to fight. But let me tell you about my life. So many talk, that's why I need proof. Some of my day one niggas switched on me day two. I got tired of the hate, I had to change stools. Now that I'm chasing this money, it's time to change views. Don't tell me what I need to do, we wear different shoes. I'm raw with it like MJ when he had the flu. Lead or follow, you got a choice, which do you choose? I can only stand my bros, all these dudes confused. See, we grabbed it, packed and flipped it. Caught more weight to drop the ticket, and indeed we could've done different. Kept a dollar and a dream. You could say we been ambitious, just got a thing for money and changing our families living. Money, hoes and weed, my addiction. Got MHS, that's money hungry syndrome. I was slipping, had to duck these women. And if we speak it, then we mean it. No, we got a witness. Nobody knows me, so listen close as I tell you about my life, though. Let me tell you about my life, yo. Nobody knows about my life, but I can teach you about my life, though. Yeah, I can teach you about my life, though. Nobody knows about my life, nobody knows about my life, though. I can teach you about my life, though. Don't try to talk about my life, cause you don't know about my life, yo. But I can teach you about my life, though. Yeah, I can teach you about my life, so let me tell you about my life, though. All my life, man, I had to fight. Let me tell you about my life, though. Doing wrong always felt so right. Let me tell you about my life, though. I ain't never had to try, and now I got a train for flipping packs. Let me tell you about my life, though. All my life, man, I had to fight. But let me tell you about my life. Hey, man, look, we live in a crazy world where it's like if people don't know you, they just think they know your life and shit. But nobody knows about what I've been through. And all the people that do, they like brothers to me, so I don't have no worries. So let me tell you about my life, yo. But there's a lot of y'all people out here that just don't get it. So let me tell you about my life.
Yeah, this your favorite loudmouth back in, baby. We get ready to jump into. They say this is a big rich town. I just come from the fullest part. Bit like city light, I gotta make it.
I never put a shape pap nowhere.
Rich in this girl. But yeah, man, we back in the power, man. That's me and Beamen. We love to sing a song that we can't sing, man.
Yeah, bruh.
But yeah, Power's back on episode 3. Last time we chatted with you guys.
It was episode 1.
So a lot has happened. We still screaming free Ghosts.
Man, free Ghosts.
Despite the Jay-Z album, despite Black China and Rob, free Ghosts, man.
Man, free Ghosts, man. After the Jay-Z album, that's probably the most important thing to the culture right now.
Yep, it is.
Seeing if Ghost gonna get out.
Yep.
Is the prosecution gonna stick his nuts to the wall?
Well, right now they're definitely putting the adhesive on the wall for the stickage. Man, but Angela, Sandoval, the people that's on the side of the law that we want to die. How about your boy Prosecutor Mock too, man? The Asian lawyer, he getting on my nerves too.
Getting on my nerves, like long as we prosecute Ghosts and prosecute St. Patrick. That's all that matters.
Yeah, as long as we see that needle go in his arm, I always pursue the death penalty. Yo, how about the look on Angela's face when she found out that they was pursuing the death?
She was hurt, bro.
Oh, you scared now?
She know deep down my mans ain't do that.
So that's what I'm thinking. She come into the jail on season 3. I want to speak to him alone. What go say?
Man, no,
my lawyer stay here.
I don't trust you anymore.
Oh, you don't trust her now? Goddamn Angela. Tasha told you season 1. He said keep having sex with her. Keep hitting her.
Everybody told him.
Yeah.
Everybody told him.
Cause she gonna have your ass in jail just like you is right now, cuz just like you are.
I know it's good to him too.
Yes.
I know it's good too.
Yes.
But I don't care what y'all say. I'm not arguing with like 10 girls. Angela is fine, bruh. I'm sorry.
She cute. She just ain't really got no body like that, man.
But it's something about her though. It's something. But look, Angela on my shit list though.
Yeah.
She definitely on my shit list.
Yeah. She on my shit list, just like the creators of a lot of other shows that I don't agree with right now. But I must say, man, I'm waiting. I seen a meme on the internet and somebody said, "Yo, I want to see Tariq, Angela, and Kanan riding across a bridge on black ice and flip over in the water."
And Sandoval, he can go too.
Sandoval, he about to go. Sandoval see his days ending, man. The true leak.
Oh, the upper. Jeez. Nah, he on deck.
Yeah.
He on deck.
Yeah, he's on deck. Those of y'all who don't know that life reference we just gave you. But yeah, he's on deck, man. Like, I've been telling people, I think the gun that he planted will soon come back to bite him in the ass. Ghost already said whoever is trying to frame him is very messy.
And they left that phone.
They left the phone in Knox's bedroom dresser as well. So I don't know if we covered it on the first show, Beamen, but I've been trying to figure out how in the hell did the prosecution get Ghost's DNA under Greg Knox's fingernails?
And we found out right here on episode 3 that the illegal traffic stop when Knox roughed him up or whatever, that's how he got the DNA. Beautiful writing.
Ghost had every opportunity in episode 1 or 2 to be like, hold on, man, Knox, he pulled me over cause that's how the DNA got up under there. But like the beautiful writing, like Beamen just referenced to, they asked him, hey, are you leaving anything out? Tell us everything that happened. And he was like, you know what? Knox did pull me over. So it also allows us to segue into this. How about when Proctor took that evidence to the court, man?
Hey, shout out to my what's the black lawyer name? Shout out to him.
Silver.
Yeah, shout out to him for coming through in the clutch.
Bro went and pulled them street cameras. Yeah, them street cameras. Yep. Yeah, the city street cameras, and seen old Greg pull old Ghost out the car.
Illegal stop.
Pulled him over, threw him on the hood of the car, roughed him up. Did everything that the police does to us black men now, except for Greg just didn't kill him in cold blood. But nonetheless, Proctor presented that information to the judge. Judge said, he told the prosecution, hey, you can either know and say that you admittedly covered this evidence up, or you can withdraw the evidence.
And we're gonna have to throw out that DNA.
Yeah, got to throw out that DNA. And Angela, you know, glad she had to come up there and say that she told the prosecution about this. She sitting back there in the cut in the court,
thinking it was a breeze.
Yeah, she back there chilling like, yo, like she was the victim of this shit. Like, come on, you started all of this. Now you mad because you see your world crumbling down. But when she had to take that little guilt trip walk up there to that judge and approach the bench, and how about when your boy Mock turned and looked at his help and was like, yo, what should we? Bro was like, nah.
It's Ove.
It's Ove, baby. But yeah, nonetheless, Tommy hit Keisha, man.
Oh, man, Tommy. Hey, he slid up in. I know Carmelo was somewhere sitting up in the corner about to cry.
Man, look, Melo, if anybody feed you, I feed you, cuz. I like.
Lala, man. Oh,
God told my man.
She like hot butter.
Yo, Tommy slid up on that countertop and told her the night after, said, I ain't, what he say? What was the term that he used? He said, I ain't know you dibbled in snow, girl. She said, yeah, because sometimes you don't never know how many inches you going to get. And Tommy said, well, damn, your first time messing with it, you got a motherfucking blizzard.
Hey, he always get a little reference. Man, Tommy forever invited to the cookout.
Always,
so,
man.
The barbecue, the cookout, the family reunion. He invited, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Tommy, yo, he's a great actor. Great actor, I must say, man. The episode 2 where he had to go, you know, he holding it down in the streets. He gotta take care of Ghost's family. He also got to hold it down in the streets. Chicago, the new distributors, you know, they got drugs moving through Ghost Club, or Ghost ain't gonna like that, boy. Ghost ain't gonna like
they
that,
moving
boy.
Hella product.
I'm talking about they moving all types of drugs through Truth right now. So, Dre seems to be, you know,
I mean, he held it down. The prosecution brought him in for questioning. He held it down. Julio, man, Julio, my guy.
Yeah, low key.
Julio Ruiz used to be the most loyal, but I think Julio the most loyal now.
I'm a little nervous that Keisha, that Proctor told, I think Ghost or Tommy, that Keisha is
she's the weak link.
The weak link. So
definitely, she talked too much.
I hope Tommy don't do nothing crazy, boy. But you know, she might get hollied.
Man, and now I was just about to say that it's crazy. They still don't know what happened to Holly.
Yeah, and that's wild.
They still don't know what happened to Holly, and they still don't know that Kanan is alive.
And that's my whole thing. Everybody want Ghost to get out of jail and shit for what? When he get home, he got to fight with his Kanan's deal, man. Like, you think that dude dead and gone, and his son out robbing bullies that pick on him in school. He out there got Kanan robbing their houses and playing Call of Duty and shit.
Man, Kanan, boy, he just a bad influence.
That dude just a bad influence,
like,
man.
Got him sipping lean and
regularly
skipping school and not calling his mama.
How about Tariq so lame? You remember he was trying to pick the lock with his ID and left the ID in the door, and Kanan came up and said, "Let me show you how to do this shit, man." Tariq need to sit down somewhere,
did
man.
You see all the memes where they was like, "Bro, what if they see it about your dad? He did that shit."
Yeah. But, yo, that nigga said he guilty as fuck. Yo, I don't like how he talking to his sister Raina, yo.
Yeah.
Told her to get the fuck out of his room, yo. Like, yo, you supposed to be the smart one. I'm like, yo, I need 5 minutes with Tariq, yo.
But everybody wanna take a big leather belt with all the big holes in it and just go upside Tariq's hind part.
You saw that meme where they said how black mothers need to watch Power, and they had a scene of Tariq up there, and it was a black mama standing in front of the TV with a belt.
Tariq just disobedient in everything he act in, bro. He might be like that in real life. He need his ass whooped.
Yeah, because he was a gangster or something in Barbershop 3, right?
Yeah.
Get out of here. Yeah, man. Tasha, you know, she's, you know, being Tasha, holding the fort down.
She holding it down. She looks a little weary, though. I can't lie. She looks a little frustrated. She's
that picture that they got a Ghost daughter, man, Raina.
Oh yeah, man. It's bad. And really, they're trying to get Tasha to flip on Ghost. Trying to say that they had marital, you know, dysfunction. Spousal dysfunction, and basically that they weren't living in the same home. When Keisha, when she was questioned by Angela, she was like, "Oh, you know why he wasn't at the crib?"
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And you know, I be also looking at the little the post show credits.
I love that.
And she was speaking on how basically Keisha was speaking for the audience and saying what fans wanted to say to Angela, like, yo, all of this is because of you. Mm-hmm. So I think that was a good look on that dynamic. Trying to think of the other fella name that I wanted to talk about. He ain't coming to my mind right now. But nonetheless, y'all, Power is definitely...
Oh, man, it's about to go down. It's really going down.
Yeah, really going down, man. Shouts out to 50 Cent for just, bringing this to us. Mm-hmm. Because, it's hard to, put your name behind a show and then act in it. And then for it to be good.
Man, it's great, man. Like I said, man, Power... They on the roll, man. You said they just got renewed for season 5, man.
Yep, already got renewed.
They got a customer, man. I'm here.
Yep.
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm hooked, so to speak, man. So, yeah, shouts out to Power. I'm guessing all of you guys, know what channel it come on. Stars. We ain't trying to get no stars shout out.
Man, Fire Stick and Chill.
Yes, sir. Fire Stick and Chill, baby. And look, I feel like if you got the Netflix and Chill thing going for yourself, that's like the mumble rap. But if you got the Fire Stick,
because you get everything with the Fire Stick.
Fire Stick, you got everything. And guess what? Every female out here ain't got the Fire Stick.
Ain't got the Fire Stick.
They probably got that Netflix.
Come and talk to me.
Oh, baby. Yeah. Hey, Fire Stick, bro, like, that gets you in there, man. It gets you in there. You see everything you need to say. Shouts out to my man Surplus. He came over here about a month or so ago when I first got the Fire Stick and downloaded the Mob Dro app. I can watch live TV on that thing.
Oh, man, shout out to my boy Luis, man. He did surgery on my Fire Stick that I already had, and I'm about to hit the road, so I need that Fire Stick for them hotel rooms, and he did surgery on that one too. Got all the movies is out in the movie theater, so you know what I'm saying, you ain't gotta go to the movies, just come to Beamen's.
No doubt, baby. We're gonna switch it over to the music side a little bit. Your boy Dr. Dre is teaming up with Eminem supposedly on a new album that's in the works.
Oh yeah,
hoping they could find some of that chemistry that they had
in the early 2000s, late 90s.
Absolutely, man. That's big to see Dre back on the board. I heard he's also supposed to be having his Aftermath biopic or something like that coming together. I saw Ice Cube speaking on it as well. I think Ice Cube gonna be helping them out too. But yeah, man, Eminem last album, what was it called? Recovery or something like that?
I believe.
I
ain't like the Eminem album in a while.
In a long time, man.
Now he's been strategic. He's been getting that bread. He's been doing a lot of movie soundtracks, things of that nature. They paid, they cutting a check. He had the Slaughterhouse Movement where he was mentoring them. But I haven't liked the Eminem album in a while. I know what he can do. The verse that he put down on Big Sean's album was lethal. Remind me of the old Eminem, the Eminem Show, the Slim Shady LP, where we grown to love Marshall Mathers. So it should be epic. Maybe he just seen what Jay-Z just did and he gonna get back in his bag.
Yeah, I'm definitely hoping what Hove did, does that to everybody. Your boy Birdman just settled a lawsuit, another lawsuit.
Another one.
As if idols become your rivals. Didn't just make him feel like he needed to, clip loose ends. But Lenore Anthony, a contemporary artist, she paints art of rap artists, and she had a painting mural of Tupac that Birdman never paid. And it also accumulated a $407 bill interest. He initially owed her $10,000. Birdman said that he knew none of this existed until his agent was asked his lawyer was asked about this from a reporter. I'm like, damn, man, how you don't know you being sued? But anyway, that's what he's saying.
That's how you know you got too much money.
Too much money, man, and you got to kill the reputation of not paying people. I saw the Idols Before Idols Become Rival video, man, and damn, like, Rick Ross must be insulated, ain't he, boy? He's just putting cash money symbols in there, and
Bangladesh, and
dude that was
a Millie,
right? The dude that was never got paid and stuff. I'm like, okay, Ricky Ross, but yeah, Birdman is in the news again for not paying his bills off, so to speak. And this was a picture of Tupac. A mural of Tupac, and they said this picture is actually hanging on Birdman's wall as we speak. Switching lanes, Prodigy, one half of Mobb Deep. We spoke on him. He tragically lost his life a couple of weeks ago. Queens, they put up painted a mural of him, and they debuted it. A couple of hours later, fans or whoever came and defaced the mural and threw white paint up there. The artist who created the mural came back hours later and redid the mural and debuted it again. Hours later after that, they came back, y'all, and defaced the Prodigy mural again, this time throwing red paint up there.
Man, that's just ridiculous, man.
So I hear a lot of guys saying this would have never happened in the Bronx and stuff like that. And
man, that's ridiculous, man. That's so disrespectful to Prodigy, his family, and the artist. That's just petty, ridiculous, childish on so many levels.
Yeah, man. At the end of the day, Prodigy's a legend. If you had any ill will toward him, you should have brought that to him before he died. Defacing his, mural, that's like going pissing on a man's grave right now. At the end of the day, considering he was a public figure and had weight in his community, Queensbridge, Queens, New York. So for this to happen in his hood that he grew up in, man, it sucks. It sucks, man. I was looking at Drink Champs today, and Nori had Jungle, Nas's brother, called in, and shouts out to Jungle, man.
Shout out to Jungle.
They were saying a lot of people say Nas' brother Jungle should have been executive of a record label a long time ago.
Of course, man. He the one who brought Dave East to Nas.
Absolutely. So yeah, they was just everybody's a little pissed off with what's been happening about them defacing the Prodigy mural, and quite frankly, I think it's downright disrespectful. I ain't even gonna use cuss words. It's just downright disrespectful. Prodigy had daughters, I believe, and he was somebody's mom. I mean, he was the son of a mother. So with that said, man, I just hate that happened. Tyler, the Creator,
a part of Odd Future, man. Sparking Up, he just put out the album, man, and they saying my boy is on his Frank Ocean wave.
Yeah, it says XXL reports Twitter reacts to Tyler, the Creator, potentially coming out of the closet on the new album
Fuck Flower Boy.
I think that says it all. There have been whispers that he was dating Kendall Jenner. I think that's her name. Yeah, the likes of Kendall Jenner and all that good stuff. But he has a lot of quotes here, people, for all you Odd Future, and oh my God, I'm just looking at some of the things that are in here, man. But yeah, man, he said Tyler, the Creator, is never shy of being open about himself in his life and his wild thoughts. And it said the most blatant evidence seems to be about his coming out of the closet was on I Ain't Got Time, where he raps that he's been kissing white boys since 2004. Yes, let me say that again. The most blatant evidence seems to be on I Ain't Got Time. This is the name of a song on his new album, and it says he raps that he's been kissing white boys since 2004. Later on the album, Garden Shed, another song, the California rapper spits rhymes that seems to discuss the struggle of coming out. Them feelings I was guarding, heavy on my mind, and all my friends lost, they couldn't read the signs. I didn't want to talk and tell them my location, and they ain't want to walk. Truth is since a youth kid. Thought it was a phase, thought it'd be like the Frank poof. Gone, but it's still going on. Tyler raps on the track. So, I don't know how Tyler, the Creator fans, feel about this. I I think it's somewhat clever of him coming out about his sexual orientation on his new album.
Or man, knowing Tyler Creator, it could be a publicity stunt. He could just want a whole bunch of attention. He's a attention seeker. But in the same instance, if it is true, I'm not too surprised. It is what it is. Odd Future, they were, against the grain anyway.
Yeah, there was some odd dudes. Definitely had influences of D12 from what I've seen.
Oh yeah, man. So I'm not surprised, and Frank Ocean was in their crew. So it is what it is. I haven't listened to the album. I don't know if I'm gonna listen to the album, but shout out to Tyler Creator.
Shouts out to him, man. More power to you, brother. You won't get no slander over here. I didn't see that one coming. So no pun intended, man. Damn. Damn, man. I ain't see that one, cuz. But yeah, man. That's a rough issue. But nonetheless, Eric B and Rakim, they performed for the first time in 20 years this past weekend.
But ain't nothing but inside my hand. Look at all my money spent.
Yes, sir, man. Like legends,
Legends.
Gotta praise them while they're here, man. Eric B, Rakim, legends, man.
Paid in full, man. Man, if you go back into the 80s, man, I'll tell people, man, when I break down all-time hip-hop greats, I go from the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s. If Rakim is not in your top 10, top 5, you don't know hip-hop. Because in the 80s, it was Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Chuck D, Cool G Rap, LL Cool J. Rakim is a legend. And guess who was bigger than him back in the day? His DJ, Eric B.
Yep. And which is why you kind of ain't heard nothing from Rakim. That's like, Nori losing Pharrell. That's like, Jay-Z losing Timberland, or DMX losing Swiss Beats. Like, had Swiss Beats died, like DMX might not had all the hits that he would have had, man. So yeah, shouts out to Eric B, Rakim reuniting and recording, and I think that's real good because I gotta see another Outkast album.
Oh man, we gotta have another Outkast album. I seen Big Boy kinda saying it might be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
He don't know, but they're definitely coming out with the biopic.
Yeah,
I need to be a part of that.
Right.
Hit me up, Triple Beamen on Twitter. Hey, Big Boy, let's get it done.
Yeah, let me.
I'll do anything, whatever you need me to do to make that happen. I'll make that happen.
Let me play Big Rube, man. I want to be Big Rube or Killer Mike, yo. Like one of those two. I know y'all gonna have both of them in there. All of Dungeon Family. So yeah, let me slide into that, man. But we're gonna cap the show off. Well, you know what? I ain't even gonna laugh at the situation because I'm gonna tie both of these interesting topics in together. Dr. Umar Johnson, those of you who don't know, he's a scholar, he's a doctor, he's an activist, he's a Pan-Africanist, he's a descendant, he's a kinsman of Frederick Douglass, and he went on the Breakfast Club last week, Charlemagne and the boys and Angela Yee and all of that good stuff, and was talking about interracial marriages and just speaking on how it's important to create schools for our own, and he's just for the culture, man. And he was on Roland Martin's TV One show today, and he was defending his comments. People was asking him about his 6 degrees that he always speaks of, and people was asking him about, are you really keen to Frederick Douglass? Are you really building this school? And he defended himself articulately with facts and not rage. But I must say, Roland Martin, my brother, you had a panel, except for the brother Scott, the attorney that you had up there, Roland Martin. He held it down, but the other two you had up there won't nothing but what Dr. Umar called them, and they were coons. They just like Jay-Z said, they was near the butlers shining silverware. Yep. Like they were very close, shining cutlery. Yo, he said that in the 444. Yo,
yeah, he said that on the story of OJ. He was like, you a house nigga, go shine cutlery. I'm gonna be on the block where the hustlers be. Yeah.
Yo, see, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, even if you listen to the Jay-Z album,
you a house nigga, Bushside Cutlery. Yeah, man.
Wow. Well, anyway, exactly. Story of OJ was prevalent to the Dr. Umar Johnson conversation on the Roland Martin TV One show today. And those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, just go to YouTube and type in Dr. Umar Johnson, Roland Martin, and it's like a 15-minute, 18-minute conversation where they're just basically, I felt like Roland Martin was poking the bear the whole time. I feel like he was also trying to call out one of his brothers, because all of us are black. I don't never feel like we should poke the bear, so to speak. I don't never feel like we should ask questions coming from malicious or doubtful intent. And I feel like they were poking the bear with Dr. Umar, and they tried to team up on him. And Dr. Umar was telling his panel, hey, describe to me how white people have tried to help black people systematically to even the playing field socially and economically. And the panel was saying, why does it just have to be a group of white people? Why can't it just be individuals? Because individual white people that do things for the greater good of black people are symbols of tokenism. So they don't necessarily mean that they're doing it in the greatest interest of all white people to help black people on an even playing field. They're just doing it individually for some kind of political status so they can be veered and revered as some kind of positive for black people to look at. But the panel was like, nah, you know, it was a big disagreement.
Yeah.
Beamen alluded to it was actually painful to watch.
It was very painful to watch, and I got it, what he was saying on the Breakfast Club. I got what he was saying on the Roland Martin show when he was saying a black man's greatest commitment to his community was marrying a black woman, a beautiful black woman. And of course they disagree with that, saying, oh, why does it have to be this, and why you can't marry who you want to marry. And he was like, I don't care what you done for your community, that's your greatest commitment to your community, is marrying a black woman. So the attorney Scott actually said his grandmother used to tell him, you can't talk black and sleep white. So Dr. Umar Johnson is basically saying we need to keep it in house. That's how we develop the black family. Black men marrying black women and having black kids. That's how you keep the legacy going, the black community, the African community going. And he said there's no respect for any black man who seeks a white woman to marry over his own kind.
Any black person that disagree with Dr. Umar or what Beamen just said, I want you to know the reason why you disagree with it, because your mind has been conditioned to think that you can marry. Like, people love to say, oh, you fall in love with who you want to fall in love with. Not in America. Not in this world that we live in.
You fall in love with their culture, their community, their habits, all of that. So it is political.
It's a political choice when you're getting married. And at the end of the day, you know, I'm not going to sit here and, you know, blame anybody for interracially married. My brother is married to a white German woman. I don't say he doesn't receive my respect, but at the same time, I understand how important it is to marry within the race. It's a lot of races that are quick to tell you, I don't date outside my race. My parents don't allow me to do this outside my race. Yeah. But black folks are the only ones that feel.
When we do it, we feel like we're going to hurt somebody's feelings.
Yeah. And we feel like we should be able to date other races than ourselves.
Man, okay. Let's open it up, man. Hit us on Twitter when we drop the link on this. Hit us on Twitter. Beamen and Tree. Tree Farms on Twitter. Triple Beamen on Twitter. What's your views on interracial marriage? Interracial relationships, period. Hit us up and we're going to, get some of the responses, and we're going to have an intellectual debate.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's important to be honest and just to be wide-eyed. And what I mean by wide-eyed, you need to have your eyes open for the peripheral vision and the vision that's right in front of you. And a lot of us had the blinders on. We're around here sleepwalking. And you got to wake up and understand the conditions that lie within you yourself, because like I said, your condition has been conditioned, brother, sister, and at the end of the day, You think the way you think because of what you are exposed to and what's available to you and things that you've experienced. And a lot of things that black folks have available to them, or the things that they experience, are because of the white supremacy and the systematic practices that white folks have practiced for years and years. So when it finally get to our generation, we kind of just think things are supposed to be like this.
Man, what was so profound on the Breakfast Club interview with Dr. Umar Johnson, DJ Envy was disagreeing, saying, man, I think you just love who you love, and you know what I'm saying. Dr. Umar Johnson was like, okay, if your son married a white woman and they get pulled over in New York by the NYPD, is she gonna, share that same fear as your son? Does she know how it feel to get pulled over by the police? And he was like, nah, he don't. She's not gonna feel that same fear. So basically, that's what he was saying. There's no way she could feel the struggle of a black man, or what we had to go to, or understand the struggle, embrace it, and just understand where we come from and how we view things in America on a day-to-day basis.
Yep, I agree with everything you said. Like I said, if you guys want to chime in on what we're talking about, Beamen, just let you know, we Tree Farms on Twitter, Triple Beamen on Twitter, and you can hit us up on Instagram as well, Tree Farms and Triple Beamen. DM us and hit us up, man, and we'll talk about it. We're gonna end the show with the Black China and Rob situation. I understand that Black China was on Good Morning America or something like that this morning, and I won't gonna touch this subject, but a little birdie in the ear said that they feel like that she feels like it'll be awesome for us to speak on it. So the dynamic I want to take from it is, considering Black China, everybody know Rob is Rob Kardashian, the brother of the Kardashians, and Black China is a former stripper gone whatever who used to date the rapper Tiger. Now she's with one of the Kardashian brothers. And last week, photos and things were uploaded to social media from Rob Kardashian, and all this was done because of infidelity. And he was pissed off because he paid for surgeries and
$250,000 worth of jewelry he had just gave her.
Yeah, and my only thing about this situation, man, I don't really want to see women trying to defend her in this dynamic in any kind of way, man. Now, as a woman, I understand how y'all feel if this was to happen to you. But if you were traveling the same journey that Black China traveled to get to this point, now it'd be different if Rob Kardashian was married to, Valerie Jones from Florida, and she just was nice looking, and you only know who Valerie is because of Rob, because Valerie is a nobody, and then Rob just uploads some random pictures of his girlfriend. Okay, that's terrible. But Black China, y'all, we all know how she got here, right? We all know what was on the internet before these pictures was uploaded to Instagram. Before me and Beamen got on this show, I went right to the internet and pulled up 2 different flicks of Black China having sex in a porn video. So Rob uploading that stuff to the Instagram last week is nothing but shit added to the scent. Because there's been piles of it laying around, brother. Y'all just ain't been smelling it. When you step on old dog shit, you smell it. And that's all this is. This old dog shit been stepped on. This girl had a porn video on the internet up long before this fella uploaded stuff to Instagram. So I just don't want to see women defending her. Now, I understand the humility and the privacy that y'all women have, to where if you send a guy a photo or 2 like that, have the decency not to upload it to the internet. Yeah, because you're a decent average woman. But this is
already out there.
Yeah, but she already out there, man. She a stripper.
And then he was saying how she been doing drugs, and they just had the baby. I think the baby was 3-4 months old, and she don't be there. She dipped out right after the baby. One thing is guaranteed: she's gonna be collecting a check the next 18 years, and a nice check too.
I heard her lawyer is supposed to be a real witty lawyer. She got a white woman representing her, So that alone is gonna gain women on their side. I just don't like how China is gonna try to play the victim card.
Oh yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? People are like, oh, she finessed him. He's stupid. He should have never thought that.
Man, everybody praising her for finessing him.
Right.
But like my man Snoop Dogg said, he was like, look, Rob, you was a sucker and she licked your ass. That's it. Everybody knew it was coming. My man's was blinded. He got some of that black China, we'll say.
Right.
And he got licked, man. It's bad. It put sentiments in everybody's mind like, damn, you can't trust nobody. But he should have known it was coming. She did it to Tiger, and he got licked, man. So either way, I ain't praising neither one of them. I don't see how y'all out here praising Black China for hitting a lick. I mean, we already knew what it was.
And at the end of the day, I just don't want to see women supporting her at all. Like, don't be defending her. Don't defend her in this situation in no kind of way. We knew what we were signing up for when we saw this relationship form together. So at the end of the day, you know, I know y'all females. What we got out here? The Beehive. Rihanna got a fan club too. And y'all out here defending Black China. I would like.
The memes was funny though.
Yeah,
memes was funny.
I defend the situation of if this was just any woman, not a stripper or a porn star. Yeah, this is messed up. Like, she don't deserve this. But considering she kind of made her career off of being an extravagant public figure by having nude photos and dancing in strip clubs and dating rappers and doing scheming and like whatever. But I just think that this is the kind of situation that no black woman should have entertained on the internet. I felt like all of y'all should have said that's good enough for her stupid ass. Not to be saying, oh, that's messed up that happened to her. Mm-hmm. That's just me. I was raised different.
Yeah, man.
You know,
morally, man, we was raised different, man. But I didn't really even care about this subject. The memes was funny, but you know what I'm saying? It didn't push the culture forward.
Nope.
It didn't push the culture forward. That's what we try and do on the Beamen and Tree show. Trying to push the culture forward. We just highlighting, man, what not to be.
Yeah, and don't be like Rob and Black China. Be like Simone Biles. Is that her name? The gymnast. You know.
I love her.
You know, she had to clap back at a couple of people on the internet this week. She's the Olympic gymnast who won 5 Olympic medals at last year's Olympics. And someone had the nerve to say, dang, how she got a nerve to take a year off? Simone Biles clapped back and said, hey, considering I've been training for this for 14 years straight and I won 5 Olympic medals, I think I deserve a year off. You take several seats, sir. But yeah, that's what we like to highlight up here. We like to highlight, you know, black greatness, black beauty, black excellence, not mediocrity, not trendy things. Like I said, we all want to be in the right. We all want to be progressive. We all want to unify and be on one accord. I
want to highlight all these fine black sisters out here making their own businesses, whether they doing lashes, whether they doing hair, whether they doing toes and fingernails or whatever they doing.
Taxes,
man,
you know.
Whatever you hustling, baby, I love you. Shout out to all the forward thinking women. That's what we like. It's cool, anybody can hit a lick, man, but when you got a mind, an innovative mind, and you're a creator and you holding it down, that's what we appreciate.
Absolutely, you know, be selfless. Have a sense of self, like my man Beamen said. Have a sense of self, man. Like, be conducive. Be conducive out here, cause it's easy to get thrown to the side, man. You know, we move forward. We don't look backwards. So, damn what Jay-Z said, the objects in my rearview mirrors appear closer or something. You know what I'm saying? But we get ready to wrap it up for y'all, man. Wrap it up then.
Shit, we'll wrap it up then.
Yo, they put a meme up and said when the teacher say the bell don't dismiss you, I do, and they put Quavo up there. Well, wrap it up then.
Oh yeah, man. We hope y'all enjoyed the tunes, man. This has been a great show. You know, we had to rumble on about that whole album, man. Beamen will be going on the road a little bit, and we still gonna continue this, man. We appreciate all the growing support. We're gonna have some more batches of them Beamen and Trees in color. Them Beamen and Tree t-shirts, man. We're gonna keep it rolling, man. We're gonna give y'all some different content. Beamen on the road, riding with Tree, all, man, just innovative content, man. So we appreciate y'all still listening, man. It's your boy Triple Beamen, aka Beamen, aka your mama's side piece, and we out, baby.
We out, man. It's your favorite loudmouth Big Tree, aka Tree Farms, man. And y'all stay blessed and stay tight, man.
All right, man. Keep it trill, eat what you kill, peace and love.
I've been crushing the buildings, eyes on socks.
That guy showing at the bar? It's on you?
So independent, I might buy catch. I might not stop. Place cap. 76 floors, you can call me the doc. Hey, remember the doc played 76? Dr. J. So I got the 76 floor in the joint. So I like 76 floors, you can call. Whatever.
Hot 97 Jay-Z. You know
Say
what
when.
it is.
Say when. Inspired by Bosky, out my chariots of fire. Everybody took shots, hit my body up, I'm tired. Build me up, break me down to build me up again. They like Hov, we need you back, so we kill your ass again. Hov got flow, though he's no big in pop, but he's close. I'm posted when they got me fighting ghosts. Man. Yo! Same shit, they night you, they gon' good night you with. That's only half if they like you. They ain't even the half what they might do. Don't believe me, ask Michael. See Martin, see Malcolm. You see Biggie, see Pac, see success in his outcome. See Jesus, see Judas. See Caesar, see Brutus. See success is like suicide. Suicide is a suicide. If you succeed, prepare to be crucified. Media medals, niggas sue you, you settle. Every step you take, they remind you ghetto. So it's tough being Bobby Brown. To be Bobby then, you gotta be Bobby now. Now the question is to have had and lost better than not having it. Man, turn that up.
Yo!
Turn it up for me.
Hot 97, you heard? You know what it is, Flex Jay-Z.
Yeah. Everybody wanna be the king, the shots ring, you laying in the balcony with holes in your dream, or you Malcolm X'd out, get distracted by screams. Everybody get channel my jeans. Everybody look at you strange, say you change, like you work that hard to stay the same, game stayed the same, the name changes, so it's best for those to not overdose on being famous. Most kings get driven so insane that they try to hit the same vein that Kurt Cobain did. No dangerous, so chambers invited to the inner sanctum of your chambers. Low chambers, the enemies approach you, so raise your drawbridge and drown them in the moat. In the spirit I'm evoking, hold on. Everybody screaming they want the old Hov, but the new improved Hov hit like Alvin Pujols. Everybody wanna hear me talk that money like Phil Rizzuto, but my mind is on Pluto. Bills that I do fold, I now invest on trying to find some loopholes in the IRS. Where I used to have a few hoes, I am just concentrating on making a new hoe through sex. I've awakened just to trying to school those, boot those, trying to follow in my shoes with juice bros. Better adhere to this text where you go. Broke, spending more than you've accrued on silly baguettes. I know silly baguettes, silly, you're learning your own. At least my conscience is clear, I'm no longer staring you wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with baguettes after you get a home. Take care of your home, you can go back and I'm getting courted by the bosses. The Eggers and Doug Morses, Jimmy Eyes and Lee Orses. Gotta be more than the courses. They respecting my mind now, just a matter of time now. Operation take over corporate, make over offices, then take over all of it. Please may these words be recorded to serve as testimony that I saw it all before it came to fruition. Sort of a premonition, uncontrollable hustler's ambition, alias superstition. Like Stevie, the writing's on the wall like my lady, right, BB? Thought over before some of y'all thought I was crazy, maybe like a fox and KG. The more successful, the more stressful, the more and more I transform the golden gecko. In the race to $1 billion, got my face to the ceiling, got my knees on the floor. Please, Lord, forgive him. Has he lost his religion? His degree gon' get him. He's having heaven on earth, will his wings still fit him? I got the Forbes on my living room floor, and I'm so dope to the motherfucker, I want more. Times most influential was impressive, especially since I wasn't in the artist section. Had me with the buildings and the titans, had me right with Boogie Bird. Billionaire boys and some dudes you never heard of. Word up on Madison Ave, I'm a cash cow. Word down on Wall Street, homie, you get the cash out. IPO hove, no need for reverse merger. The boy money talk, no need to converse further. The baby blue mad back like I own Gerber. War room, I'm lifting your skirt up. The corporate take Nick.
Hold up. You know what it is, Hot 97, Funk Flex, Jay-Z. Brooklyn, you know what it is.
Can't touch you, boy. It hurts me to my heart, baby. I'm in Hovey's home, baby.
My fault, y'all. Might have to read it. Shut it down for my niggas and shit. Check. I played the god to the earth, spawn of the dawn, carried on by a curse. Doomed the day I started like mama gave birth in a hearse. We mark the calendar with X on the first. They be FedEx in that work. But if I flex, I make the feds go berserk. I rock the 40 top, suede Timberlands in any weather. Clean hoopty V seats off his Parisian leather. Formal with the seasons, I see through your knock-off sweater like Papa Lick, but the underworld got me locked in forever. Still I prevail, but wings in a halo like what the hell. I might as well kill these demons off while I'm breathing. Into the evening, got the body deities who believe in me way more than I believe in them. Now your head to be condemned. Open your eyes, realize the war against yourself. They want your soul, you want the glitter, gold, infinite wealth. Expand the knowledge while you trying to spend your whole life bickering over dollars with backstabbers and baby mamas. They trying to lock us physically, mentally, spiritually, but lyrically I got them. Hit the body, never confront them. Sacred vernacular, shall reign on the land. I raise your hand for the indigenous man. I'm living like I got the 7 pillars in my trunk, loaded and drunk, and honestly never gave a 7 flying 50 fuck. We cooped in that cancer sedan like damn, should've got a truck. Smoking that Amsterdam with some Amsterdam in my cup. I'm Kobe cold in the clutch, switching gears like a different outfit. I flip the flow and shock the show, you not fit for this outlet. Riding through Gotham, bringing the pain like Bruce Wayne from the burbs that house it. You just be lounging like the broke outfit. I'm out for degenerate, illiterate listeners, criticizing the industry based off these phony visitors, generating the hidden agenda for murder precedents and fly villains. I had to keep it true for my niggas. They make us earnest when we bout to blow. Acting like when you was shooting star, the more you know. My rhymes is Morris Code. I shine my light when the pen ignites. They grip the mic when the beat explodes. You never open your eyes, realize the war against yourself. They want your soul, you want the glitter, gold, infinite wealth. Expand the knowledge while you trying to spend your whole life bickering over dollars with backstabbers and baby mamas. They trying to lock us physically, mentally, spiritually, but lyrically I got them. Hit the body, never find them. Sacred vernacular, shall reign on the land. I raise your hand for the indigenous man. My grandfather cracked the code to civilization and passed it down like a rogue mason. Now I'm sitting in this basement pacing, erasing all of this false information I'm blindly chasing, taking straight shots. My chest hot cause the proof hot. That stove top made my crew pop. So now the only time we stop is to get gas from the smoke shop. My life is borderline, almost on boiling water. Shallow precious daughter fulfill my sight. I'm cursed for living so trife. Teacher, I just got myself a Lisa. Told me that she see my future and I'm really not gonna lead ya, cause I'm bound for greater things. Hit the knowledge off the bleacher, but I better make it last, cause my time's up fast. Hit the other side, tried to find more grass, cause they said it's always greener. And I'm trying to roll some weed up, kick my feet up and relax, somehow enjoy this stress. Let the voices rest, the gorgeous death. Hey. Open your eyes, realize the war against yourself. They want your soul, you want the glitter, gold, infinite wealth. Expand the knowledge while you trying to spend your whole life bickering over dollars with backstabbers and baby mamas. They trying to lock us physically, mentally, spiritually, but lyrically I got them. Hit the body, never confront them. Sacred vernacular, shall reign on the land. Now raise your hand for the indigenous man. Indigenous man. Raise your hand for the indigenous man. Indigenous man.